It's Week 18 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the 49ers and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Mercer. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. The Seahawks send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt. Now in year number 6.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus? How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Purdy now to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
For the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs. And
confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On 1st and 10, Mercer. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. You look at this Niner defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Smith and Jigba with the grab. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Now Purdy. Throw out wide to Walker.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Purdy.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Throwing to start the drive. Mercer. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Purdy.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Purdy looking to throw.
And it's caught. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football,
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now stands at 13.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incomplete.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw.
Mercer.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Seahawks.
Operating from the gun, Mercer. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start.
Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Back to throw. Mercer. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Here's Jack Fox now. And this will be taken at the 13. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards,
now the ball comes loose, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get to a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Walker with another carry.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft. And
it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Justin Jefferson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Seahawks, nothing. Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Pardon is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. A handoff left, McCaffrey.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw on second down, Mercer. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure, and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Down that right side, it's McCaffrey. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Second and 4 at the 49ers 29-yard line.
Back to throw again. Caught by Wilson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to be wrangled down quickly after the catch up at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work,
and the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Devon Hamilton never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. So
we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
On second down, it's Walker.
Fights loose. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. throwing to start the drive. Mercer.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Purdy now to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Seahawks, nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Mercer. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fielded at the 33. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. turnovers, and in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Back to throw. Mercer, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Christian Gonzalez up to make the play.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Play action, now Purdy. That is caught. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. To the right side, this is Walker.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Here's Walker.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Touchdown 49ers!
Jamar Chase.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the 49ers continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Seahawks nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the
So
49ers.
here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Mercer. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mercer. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
as they come to the line. They will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 3rd and long. Mercer. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 1st down, Mercer. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 1st down, Mercer.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Pulled in at the 24. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. Purdy off the play fake. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it. but he couldn't seal the deal.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Throwing to start the drive. Mercer.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Off play action. Mercer.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Mercer. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll look to throw again. This is Fant on the short completion. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd and 2, Mercer.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 18.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
148 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
They run again with Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. On the counter, it's Walker.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Purdy on the sneak. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Out of the gun, Walker with it. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. In motion left goes a tight end. Right back to him on first down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 9. And Walker once more. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Now Mooney for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner, to put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Trying the left side with Walker.
Oh, what a juke into space.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.